No way.
You know she was drawing for it. ASAP.
Bro!
ASAP. She knows how to use it. We are live, guys. I'm JiCanWin for the Cyber Nerds.
Revenue GS.
Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
And we're back with Chapter 18 discussion, The Mandalorian Season 3. I don't even like calling it Season 3, you know. I really just love the chapter thing. Like, Chapter 18, bro, we've got the next installment. And this one is definitely a banger. The journey to Mandalore happens. We're on Mandalore. Some shit goes down. And we've got some very spicy information to talk about. And listen, telling you, if you want to see the spiciest reaction to this episode, head over to patreon.com/thecybernerds where you can watch the full thing. The full thing there. Very, very spicy when it comes to ideologies, theories, speculation, and all of those things today. What are you, man, saying about the episode?
Just before I let you, man, carrying on from where you left off after the review, the reaction, I just freaking love this journey that we've been taken on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like today being at Mandalore, just the whole thing with Jin, the thing that transpires, the mythology that goes with it, like just seeing like first place how the whole planet has been finished. Bravo, beautiful. I'm here for it. It's just one of those episodes it just pushes you more and more into like this lore that we're into. And like even there's one part where Bo-Katan was like, yo, this place was never like this. And immediately man was like, yo, what if they just gave us a flashback of Clone Wars? Like, bro, like that's where they're really taking us with this whole journey. And I freaking love it, man.
Oh, Sam, what you said?
Yeah, man. The only thing I just keep asking for and keep giving us is more lore. More lore. Like, I just want to see just the return of Mandalore. I just want to see Bo-Katan and Jin just go at it, bro. Because, like, the way they just opposing each other, but at the same time, it's not actually happening yet. And they just keep saying, or keep showing us mirrors of both of them. Like, they both want the same thing, but they're on opposing sides. And for me, when it just comes to that head, I can't wait for it. But, like, Jin's legit character, just the way he's just handling himself in Bo-Katan, I was like, bro, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jin.
I hear
now
that.
You're here.
I hear that.
And now, it looks like you're going to do that music like a madness, but we'll see. We'll see.
No, I love the episode, and I love that they dropped this on International Women's Day as well, where Bo-Katan's actually going stupid crazy in the episode. I think it's super legit. And I do like what you're talking about the differences in ideologies between Bo-Katan and Din. But I don't want this to come down to a sword fight, bro. Like, I think that with them, and even with the history of Mandalore, it's easy to get to that bottom line. But I think to actually move forward and get what they want done, it's got to come down to something other than that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this episode really makes me dive into Team Bo-Katan. And even though she is on her moon, sitting and sulking about, I've got no one to rule, blah, 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 I do think that in terms of like her mindset, her past, her ideology, what she's been through, and her knowledge of Mandalore, I believe that she should be currently, from this episode right now, she is the front runner for me personally in who should run Mandalore. Now, I love Jin's journey because it's like, you know, when it's like he's found something new, and it's something that is self-identifying. It's much like when I love it in the Book of Boba when Din and Boba met, and he was like, yo, that armor's not yours. And he's like, that armor was my father's, man. And then he reads the chain code, and the man's like, you see that there? That's the honor that Jin's got in him now, which is making him go deeper and deeper and deeper into what he's doing with Mandalore. And now, what I would say is that's primary school level stuff compared to Bo-Katan. Do you know what I'm saying? Because she's learned that when she was a youth, laughed about it, but as they was going down to the mine, she came here when I was a child. This is small. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and brother, it's not it's not to discredit, man. It's just saying that in terms of where you're at in your Mandalorian journey, it's just like when you picked up the dark saber for the first time and the thing was vibrating out your hands. You ain't ready. You ain't here yet. She is, bruv. And then my only slight to her is, she's had the wars and lost. So it's one of those ones where I'm like, bruv, I'm hoping that she can learn from him, basically a new ideology, and not in terms of changing her culture, but just in a mindset in how to win now. Do you know what I'm saying? Bruv, I mean, it's the only way if she's going to be it. Do you know what I'm saying? And if she can't get that, then it's cool with it being him. But at the same time, for me, until they reveal that he's actually blood Mandalore, like parents Mandalorian of the planet, I'm not cool with man leading, bro. 100%. And even if he does, and even if they do that in the show, I would just be like, hey, I'm not mad at it, because he's taken the right steps in terms of finding out who he is and finding out what he's got to do. But at the same time, the blood for me is important, bro. Very important.
You see, with that, I feel like we're in a very good position to right the wrongs from the past. Because, like, even with her losing the battles, and with Jin having, like, let's say, different set of eyes, because obviously he hasn't gone through what she's gone through, and he comes from a different background. And even, like, they're opposing each other, but they're not really against each other. They're just coming from two different sides of Mandalore, let's say. And by the end of this journey, I feel like, of what she's done, of what he knows, and this journey that's actually pulling her into this whole thing, that by the end of it, she'll bring to the table what she knows, he brings to the table his journey, and then off that, they can perhaps get a new leader, because, like, even could be that you that was getting baptized at the beginning, and he can be the one, like, honing both sides and being a new era for the Mandalores.
Yeah, it's really interesting because, like, they could come together and have some sort of council. And this is why I was really, like, in a reaction, I'm like, yo, where's the armorer? Where's the armorer? Where's the armorer? Because for me, the armorer is such a linchpin in all of this as well. Do you know what I'm saying? The helmet's different. And like I said, my conspiracy theory is that she's one of the Darth Maul sec people who has survived the situation. Like, she gives them, man, like, all the Mandalorians that are hiding, wherever they're hiding, she's giving them, like, they're doing the ceremonies there. So, like, she has the culture. And this is why I'm saying it's still not there yet, because he's just following what she says. If she wasn't there, he wouldn't know what to do. And because he doesn't know what to do, he's not qualified to rule yet. Do you know? And this is what I'm saying. Like, she's already got that bag of tricks, and that's why I want to get the armorer involved to be like, yo, let's sit down and settle this, because the armorer knows stuff from way back when, from talking about this, talking about that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we've got to really get all the mythology heads together and be like, yo, this is what it is. And then we was even talking about how Darth Maul got the saber, and Bo-Katan's disposition of outsiders shouldn't rule Mandalore, which I agree with. And that kind of extends to me with foundlings shouldn't run Mandalore if they're not of Mandalore. Do you know what I'm saying? So I want to get down to the bottom of that. And that's the only way we're going to get to a new Mandalore, when these lot are sitting down together, sorting it out, and then moving from there. Even if the case is, Din, you run Mandalore, Bo-Katan, you go back to your moon, and the Mandalorians that want to follow that way all live there. Bruv, they've got, like, it's okay for Mandalore to go from a planet to an actual real system, bruv. Especially with where the Empire's at, bruv. Like, they should be trying to fight against that. Especially, this is the only people that can fight against the Jedi, and have been fighting against the Jedi since the beginning of time. You feel me? It's got to be something like that, bro.
Okay.
Or you just think, what, kill her off?
Oh, no. That will be very extreme. If she's extreme, then it is what it is.
I just don't, like, this coming down to a sword fight.
Yeah.
Just seems very anticlimactic to me at this point on episode 2, bruv.
And I also think it would be repeating itself, like history itself, because even she was like, yo, we've been out here beefing each other for reasons that we don't even know, like, that I'm confused about. So why repeat history again? Look at your planet, like the main planet is finished and everybody's scattered. Jin's people, they're just living in some submerged underground. She's on her own throne by herself. Her people have gone elsewhere. Yo, the only way for us to win is we all come together. And we don't all have to be in the same side, believe in the same things.
Exactly.
But
and they got
we can come together. There is, look at the planet.
This is what I'm saying.
That's what has to go then.
No, the sword doesn't have to go, bro.
Why
Because
not?
I don't think the sword has to go, because it's okay if there is what. It's almost like what they think they should be trying to get to is the Black Panther level of situation where there's a king and a ruler of the dark saber. You may be the protector of the people, but you're the person who decides what to go. And do you know what? They was almost here when Bo-Katan and her sister was ruling. One says, I'm a pacifist, and one wanted the Darksaber. If these two just banged their heads together and was like, nah, listen, I'm going to run the military and you're going to run civilians, we would have been finished here. There would have been no Darth Maul, none of that, bro. And if Din's got to be, or Grogu's got to be, or someone else has got to be the person to like reunify this, I think it's necessary. And I think they've got an easy mission as a people. I think whenever they come together, what they should do is sit down and be like, yo, we need to go back and scour the universe and collect all Beskar. All Beskar needs to be brought back. Now, if you send all of the Mandos out to go get Beskar and bring it back, their economy is going to shoot through the roof. Do you know what I'm saying? They're almost halfway on the way back to being where they was, bruv. And then you give them another 50, 100 years, bruv. And these man move at light speed, so it might not take that long. You get me? Bruv, they're back on the map, bro.
Hopefully, but, bruv. One, I still say Jin for president.
Go on.
What I'm saying. But yeah, like a cancel would be cool, but bruv, warrior race, cancel thing.
Bruv, they was a pacifist civilization for hundreds of years.
Bruv.
So I'm not saying that's out of pocket, bro.
I'm not saying it either, but that depends who is then running things, isn't it?
Bruv, couldn't they have like some sort of like King Arthur's table kind of thing between them?
Yeah, like a council.
Yeah, like knights of the round.
Yeah, but then warriors, isn't it? That could happen. Because you're saying like they can't have a council because of their warriors, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole sword thing.
Yeah, but then the sword could be like
unless the mindset changed behind the sword.
Not really.
I feel like them man will move mad.
No, not really, because the armor. Listen, whenever there was beef between whenever them man had warrior beef around the armorer, the armorer says one thing and the beef stops, bruv. It's always about reminding these man about just the rule. The rule. Did you do this? And this is the armorer's response to everything. Did you do this? Yeah? Bam, that. What happened here? Bam, that. Quick. It's rigid, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's his. He won it in combat. Don't do it. Like, that's what they need to get away from. It's the scumminess of the backstabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, but that's not warrior shit, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. That's why,
like you're saying, if it's like the whole Wakanda thing where it's like, I challenge you at whether combat for whatever.
There's no stabbing man in the back in that. And that's why I'm saying that's why it can work here. And before, what had been happening is the backstabbing had been going down. So if you eliminate that by making the council, these are the new rules. This is what it is. No outside rulers. You man have to do this. You got to pay these taxes. And these men are coming together. All the different new Mandalore houses. You bring the pacifists back. You bring the foundlings in. You bring the horn pit. Everyone. If you've got the armor, come through. You can even trick people who have got armor, do you know what I'm saying? Who have got it dishonorably by saying, as long as you've got armor, you're Mandalorian, come back. And then you're then you're dealing with it from there, bruv. Like, I think who knows where it's gonna go? But I just don't. Yeah, man. I'm actually so invested in this political battle that we're getting, bro. Because it's like I do love the politics in Star Wars, but usually it's framed around Palpatine and what's going on in the Senate. This is a whole new thing, bro. And these men are pretty much starting from birth. So it's just beautiful to watch unfold. And I want more people involved, bro. Who else could get thrown in the hat? I think you said the young you who was getting baptized in the first episode.
He's finished.
I mean, he's finished.
His dad would have to do it.
See, I think his dad's gonna die.
That's the big dude, right?
Yeah. I think his dad will probably die. Because is it gonna be his dad? They're not picking his dad over Gennady. When they fought to a stalemate though, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it's possible. So it is possible.
So you would say like they would rather pick the big guy over the kid?
Yeah, bro.
I mean, you can't pick the kid if the dad's there. Like that doesn't make sense. Like why are we picking the shoe?
I would say the you because he's young and he's not, even though he's said the word, he's just said the words. He hasn't gone through. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like a baby to this thing.
You want Omega running the Mandalores?
He's not Omega, is it?
He's a youth. He's a youth.
We haven't seen those traits in the youth.
You want him to tell someone with the dark saber
I'm saying
what to do
as a like a new vessel to this thing where there is no parties or something to it.
But someone would go in his it's almost like Jin all over again.
Someone's chopping his head off, bro.
But this is where the council is like, because it's almost like you build a trinity around him, and then as he grows, he's like he can then hone old people together and go from there. For me, that's what I thought of him.
I wouldn't do it because he's like that guy can get manipulated, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a kid. Someone says one thing, someone else says
yeah.
like then he's got if his dad's still there, then
his dad's a dickhead already. So you know, listen, I'm not backing the youth rule. You get me? I'm not backing the youth rule. Bloodline, bruv. If the blood's there, then yeah, but it's got to be something. And the reason I wouldn't pick a kid as well because trial by combat, I'm not taking it off the table.
Oh yeah,
I'm not taking it off the table.
But that has to be done correctly by contenders.
See, yes, yeah. So that's why I'm not having the kid there because the kid's getting killed instantly, bro. Like every time he can get challenged, he's getting deaded, bro. So I'm not doing that. But the thing is, it's like what you can throw Grogu in the mix.
Yeah,
Grogu could be in the mix
because it is saying the
in
whole
the mix.
Jedi or someone from that thing that unified everyone.
Mm-hmm.
For me, like I was keep saying Grogu because man, he's like 60, but he's gonna grow to like 900.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, and he's gonna be bare white. He's been with Jin, you know what I'm saying? But then you're saying he's a foundling, so he's not really.
I mean,
Mandalorian.
That is a total me thing. That is not in Star Wars. Well, I don't know if it is or isn't in Star Wars lore, but for me, it's like I would just like it to run like that. Like because they're a warrior race, I think stuff like that should be very, very important to them, and they've already put stuff like that in there with Bo-Katan, even in Clone Wars, talking about no outsiders should rule. Now, someone might be like, no outsiders doesn't mean no foundlings because foundlings are found and claimed as Mandalorian, as we've seen here by two of them. We're watching two foundlings run around. So I hear that, but at the same time, I would like Bo-Katan to take that further. Do you know what I'm saying? And be like, maybe it's like, no, like it's got to be blood, and we don't know about Din because we didn't see.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying. Even like the way she was talking, the way she's like, royalty or this and that, like you could tell her position is like, bro, if you ain't from here for like saying, yeah, here from birth, like who are you kind of thing. So
I'm not mad at that.
So like her talk,
it's not a great disposition to have, but I do understand that, bruv. She's seen outsiders come and look what they've done to her world, bro.
Yeah.
She's got to be skeptical of everyone, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially as the loss of, bruv. Her sisters got murked, bruv. She's seen Jedis get murked. She's seen the planet got murked. She's fought Jedis, bruv. She's fought her own people, bruv. She's been through bears. And that's the only reason I said, yo, bro, my man has been in this thing for 2 seasons. Do you know what I'm saying?
What's Sabine out there? What was she doing?
See, now we're talking bits. And Sabine's got big things to, I don't want to say rectify in her past as well, but there's claim there. And Sabine's the one who gave, I believe, Bo-Katan the dark saber the first time. This is why she doesn't accept it from Din the second time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Was that in
Rebels? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting there. What Sabine's position is when she pulls up, like all of this, bro. But I really want to see where Mandalore goes from here, man. I love this so much,
and that's how beautiful this episode is because it just sends man in this spiral of just thinking, raw. We can pretty much go a lot of places just to bring it back and see how they go from the day this thing ends in it, and that's what's so sick about it.
Nah, man. I love that, and even I love Favreau when in the interview he was saying that the Mandalorian won't have a big finale. Like he said, he said whenever the show ends, and I'm not saying it's going to end at the end of this season, but whenever it does end, it won't have a big finale, and I think it won't have a big finale because all of the stories that start or have started from the end of the Mandalorian are just going to continue. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like you may not have dinner every week with Grogu. But if you're seeing Sabine, you might see, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And in that, you don't have to have a big, all of this happen, bro.
Yeah, I could definitely imagine this story keep going, and even being on the big screens as well. Like, that's not even a crazy idea.
Not at all. Bro, I do love the design of the villain of the week, we'll say, from this episode. What looked like almost like a grievous type of enemy. To be honest, I wish that it kind of survived. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we've seen stuff like that in live action very much. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was super legit. It's good to see Grogu actually like really flexing his powers. Really flexing.
True that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Which is interesting that he couldn't press the button. So I feel like he couldn't press the button, but he could blow man back, which makes me think that he isn't good at precision yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he can do it, but he can't be precise. Like he can't hit the can. Do you know what I'm saying? But he could blow the door off. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was super legit in it. and just finding all of those Mandalorian helmets and stuff like that, bruv. There's bare Beskar here, fam. It's like the things I'm seeing when I watch this is just like, bro, there's Mandalore can live, bro. Mandalore can live, bruv. There's them living down there, bruv. There's not too much that needs to actually happen, and I really want to see it flourish, man. I actually just love the Mandalorian culture and that, bruv.
It's sick.
It's cold, man.
Yeah, like as soon as I saw that helmet, I was like, yo, Jin needs to go and tell them people to come and move over here. Because you lot over here live in some next bunker, bro. Come and live here, bro.
And the thing what's mad about that is when on the planet Mandalore, they were living underground anyway because of how finished the surface was, bro. So it's like you man have gone to live on like around the universe in sewers when it's like, bro,
Rats.
Yeah, man, bro, you man just bring it all back and start building this thing properly again. But bear in mind, the propaganda of the place being cursed is what's
keeping them away.
What's keeping everyone away, bro. So, bro, there's lots of stuff that needs to be happen on Mandalore, man. But yo, Mandalorian, fam, fire, man. What are we rating the episode?
Oof, 4.5 for me.
Again, sticking it with fire, bro. It's cool, bro. It's calm. Calm. Ladies and gentlemen, jump in the comment section below. Let us know what you think of the episode. How are you rating it today? It's going to hold a 4.5 from the man them. Get me. But yeah, love this episode. Thought it was super legit. If you want an introduction to a character, I wouldn't be mad at throwing this. Has to be, yo, oh, you want to know about Bo-Katan? Take that. I would love that, man. I'm going to have to do like a Bo-Katan list, you know. This Clone Wars, bro, she goes hard, fam. No, she consistently goes hard. And Katie Sackhoff killing it as her as well. So I love that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, jump in the comment section below. Let us know what your rating is, what you think of Bo-Katan, all them other things there. And we're going to see you next week on our next discussion about The Mandalorian. I'm J1 for the Cyber Nerds.
Revenue GS.
Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
We're out.
Peace.